And Dr. Ania Jastreboff is an endocrinologist and associate professor at the Yale School of Medicine. Coming up, Ania, come on up. Also the founding director of the Yale Obesity Research Center and co-director of the Yale Center for Weight Management. So Dr. Ania is here to help us go further into understanding the biology and spectrum of obesity. So Dr. Ania, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
This has been interesting tonight, right?
Very. And actually, before you ask the first question, I wanted to say something.
What? Go ahead.
So sitting here tonight and thinking about this, I wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank you because you are giving our patients a voice. You have an incredible voice and an incredible platform. And what you're doing is amazing because our patients are truly shamed for having obesity. Our patients are shamed for coming to see me to get treated for their obesity. Our patients are shamed if they lose weight with medications. Our patients are shamed if they don't lose weight. There's no winning. And we need to shift the culture of blame and shame to compassion and care. And if anyone can do it, you can.
No, we can. We can do it. So thank you so much.
We can do it.
So let's start with defining what we mean when we say obesity. Like this woman in the audience earlier was saying, well, you know, I wasn't obese, but I was like an apple. I wasn't. So what are we actually even talking about?
So when we talk about obesity, we're really talking about biology, and that obesity is a neurometabolic disease. So what do we mean by that?
Yeah, what do we mean by that?
Well, our bodies are super smart. And this is what I tell my patients, and this is what I would tell you if you were my patient. Your body is super smart.
Okay.
Your body figured out how to carry energy, how to store energy, and it stores that energy as fat. That's awesome. If we could not store energy or fat, we would die.
Yes.
Okay. But we store energy. Now, how does our body know how to do that? Well, it's our brain. Our brain controls, are we going to carry enough energy to do the things we need to do? If we don't store enough energy, we won't survive. We will die.
Okay.
And hormones tell our brain how much energy we're storing. These hormones in our body that basically get stimulated when we eat food. They're nutrient-stimulated hormones. They tell our brain, are we hungry? Are we full? How much energy are we storing? So there's this great, amazing communication and this amazing biology.
So we should thank our body for that.
We should thank our body. We should thank our body.
Thank you for all that. Yes.
And here's the deal. So then people are like, well, if we have this beautiful system and our brain wants to carry a certain amount of energy or a certain amount of fuel, then why do so many people have obesity? Yeah. It's our obesogenic environment. This environment that is filled with highly processed food, lack of sleep, all the stress, lack of physical activity, all these different things in our obesogenic environment contribute to this. So what does that tell us? Well, two things. One, it says we have to fix our environment. We have to. But we have to.
Yes.
But for the people who already have obesity, we need to offer them treatment if they would like it. We need to offer them choices. We need to give them treatments that target that biology.
Because the willpower is never going to do it.
Nope.
And how long have y'all known this?
It's not something that we've been hiding. We're learning. We're learning more. And eat less and move more does not work. It is not about willpower. It's about biology. It's always been about biology. We just didn't know. Now we know.
And that's what SEMA means when you say we know better. When we know better, we do better, because the thing that Weight Watchers was missing was the biology.
That's right.
So the 60 pounds and keeping it off worked for her, did not work for me.
That's right. Your biology's different.
Obviously. Obviously, because we're built differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your body is really good at storing fuel.
Yeah.
So if there was a famine,
I would have been really great during a famine.
That's right.
And you would be coming over trying to see what you could get. That's right. That's right. You would disappear and I would still be around. Okay.
Yeah. So the take home is we need to let biology set us free. We need to know that it's not our fault. It's not anything that anybody chose. It's biology.
Okay. I love that. And if you want your biology to set you free to be a different size or to be healthier, because what I really want to talk about that I didn't get a chance to talk about on the ABC special, these medications are changing the way people live. It's like Tressie was saying earlier, Tressie McMillan Cottom was saying that she's talking to so many women in particular who say they like it, they like the way it makes them feel. It's just not about the way it makes you feel. It's the way it changes all of your numbers. It changes your blood pressure numbers and your blood sugar numbers and all of the numbers that matter other than the number that's on the scale. It changes, help people with kidney disease and heart disease and all of those other ailments that nobody judges people for if they take medications for their heart or for their kidney.
That's right. That's right. And you know, in terms of thinking about when we're treating obesity, we're not just treating for weight loss. We're not. It's actually not about weight loss. It's not about weight reduction. It's about optimizing and improving health. That's what it's about, improving and optimizing health. And here's the thing. So with the medication...
How have we got it so wrong then? That's the shift we need to make.
That is the shift.
Jen, that's the shift we're talking about. What is a new languaging? But when you're treating obesity, you're not talking just about weight. You're talking about ways to make all of those other numbers align to make you healthier.
To improve health, to optimize health. And here's the thing.
Well, what if you're overweight and all your other numbers are good?
Right, and that's a great question. I think we may be talking about that.
Because when I was like, I remember when I was like 210, I can tell you any picture what weight I was. And I remember that in my 30s when I was very overweight, that my blood pressure was like still 110/70. And the doctor was always amazed that my blood pressure was fine. As I got older, that started to change. Those blood pressure numbers and the blood sugar numbers started to elevate.
Yes, and youth is amazing. And but so is...
Youth is amazing. Isn't that a discovery? Yes.
Don't quote me saying that.
Yeah.
I'm 2 years shy of 50. So, you know, I think all of us think about this, right? And we want to be as healthy as possible at any and every age, And when we think about, for example, optimizing health with these medications, we already know, and we're seeing this, that these medications can help prevent heart attacks and strokes.
Yeah.
That they can improve obstructive sleep apnea, that they can improve blood sugars in those who have diabetes. There's so many other things. But here's the thing. There's no medicine out there that can help us eat more healthfully or move more. We have not created such a medicine. And so as we're using these medications, as people are seeking various forms of treatment, we need to pair them. We need to pair them with healthy food and physical activity and decreasing stress and all these other things that are so critical and so important. So it's not one thing or another, it's both. And all of these things together are here to optimize health.
That's exactly what I've been saying.
Well, there you go.
I've been saying it's not one thing, it's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
And it feels like the more we talk about weight stigma and the more we talk about weight health, the more questions actually come up. So we wanted to open up the floor for questions for you. You
Wonderful.
Ready for that?
I'm ready.
Let's start with a question from Katrina Nicole in Tennessee. Hi, Kat, there you are.
Hi.
Hello.
So my BMI is 60. And over the years, after going to numerous doctors, I have been told that I'm in excellent health. Doctors will look at my charts and my panels, and they'll tell me that there are no red flags or concerns that they have. And oftentimes they've even told me that I am healthier than they are. I personally think that you can be fat and not diseased, especially if you aren't experiencing any of the ramifications associated with obesity. My question is, what classifies obesity as a disease? And does everyone that has a certain BMI have a disease?
Yeah, so that is a wonderful, wonderful question. And thank you.
Really good question.
Yes, really good question. Thank you for asking that. So the first thing that I'm going to say is that it is always your choice. It is always your choice in terms of your health, whether you seek treatment or not. It is our job as healthcare professionals to present you with the risks of treatment or not treatment and the benefit of treatment or not treatment. Okay, so it is your choice. So that we're gonna just start and open with that. And in terms of what we do and what I do with my patients is the first thing I do is I listen and I hear. And what I'm hearing from you is that right now, you are in a good place and you are not seeking treatment. And that is your choice. And we can make that shared decision-making and we can make that choice together. As a healthcare professional, as a doctor, what I would say is, that's great. You're probably exercising, you've got genetics on your side, nobody with diabetes, you're doing great. But I also have to say there's a risk. So just like Oprah did not have problems with her blood pressure when she was younger, and you do not have problems, let's say, with your knees or your hips right now, that doesn't mean that you're not at potentially increased risk of that. And obesity isn't a risk factor, it is a disease. But it's my job to let you know that there are certain things that may come up later during life. Now, one other thing I'll say is
But
BMI.
you can get new knees. I did.
There you go. There you go. That's right. That's right. That's right. Now, one other thing that I'll say is BMI is a screening tool. It was never designed to be a diagnostic measure. Now, here's the thing. I think in the future, we'll continue to use BMI, but we're going to pair it with other things. We're going to pair it with other things that inform us more about health, maybe inform us about the distribution of where we carry our energy or our fat, how that energy or that fat may be affecting our body. We're going to pair it. So it's narrowing to just use BMI. And what I would encourage you to do is keep on talking to your doctor, keep on talking to your healthcare professional, stay informed and choose the treatment that's right for you when it's right for you.
Oh, I love that. Can you explain how come, I know we were joking about SEMA. Thank you, Kat from Tennessee.
And may I have some water? I'm not an actress or, a famous person. And so I have a normal physiologic response to being in the presence of Oprah and all of you. Thank you so much.
Okay, take a sip.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kat. What part of Tennessee are you in?
I'm in Nashville.
Oh, Nashville! Woohoo! It's great. I was the grand old Oprah in high school. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kimberly's in the audience. And Kimberly, where are you, Kimberly? You found balance, you said, for yourself, actually by using Weight Watchers?
I did, yes, that's true. I have been on every diet you could ever imagine since I was 18, and they all worked until they didn't. Life got hard. Nobody wants to be on a diet forever. And every time I ever was like, oh, I've done so good. I'm going to have that burger. I'm going to have that ice cream. And then it was like a week later, 2 weeks later, oh my God, I need to get back on track. And I realized I'm sick of dieting. I'm sick of living my life on a diet and never really getting anywhere. So I actually decided no, not going to diet anymore. I'm going to eat healthy foods. And Weight Watchers showed me, growing up, we were super, super poor. We were on food stamps and never ate healthy because fresh food doesn't keep long. And I always thought, well, I ate healthy as a kid growing up and it didn't work for me. So I have to diet. I have to eat the rice cakes and I have to drink the diet sodas. And, that stuff didn't work either because it's not fulfilling.
I know, I've done that. I ate a pound of rice cakes.
Yes.
Eat the whole bag of rice cakes. Doesn't work. Yeah.
Exactly. So I gave up the dieting. I said, if I'm fat, I'm fat. I'll be fat the rest of my life, but I'm not going to miss out on the pizza parties and the ice cream parties. And I'm not going to consistently be always counting calories and counting carbs. And I was just sick of it. So when I finally stopped doing that, started following Weight Watchers, not as a means to lose weight, but to relearn, or to learn for the first time how to eat, it was within a month, no cravings, no, I've been doing Weight Watchers for 6 months now, and I've never had a cheat because I don't need a cheat. I'm eating the things I want to eat every day. I'm just learning to balance that with food that actually fuels my body and makes me feel good.
Well, that's great. And you're doing that. So you're saying that Weight Watchers has helped you figure out an eating plan that works for you, and you're doing that without any GLP-1s?
Exactly. You know, I did a few years ago, I was interested in some of the medications, and having that conversation with my doctor was like so embarrassing. So just completely like ashamed of even asking, because I was like the whole, come on, like, do you really need that? Have some willpower, move your body more and eat less. And it's like, oh gosh, that's the first time I've ever thought of that. Thank you.
You all, let me just say, you all in the doctoring community, y'all need to get together. You all need to have your own meeting.
I absolutely agree.
Where,
I could not agree
so that
more.
the doctors stop shaming people.
Absolutely. I mean, I could not agree more. And I'm so sorry that you had that experience. I'm so sorry. I can tell you that when I see patients for the first time and I invite them to share their weight journey and their struggles and their successes, and when I say, look, it's biology, it's not your fault, they cry. Yeah. I cry. Something changes. They believe, I believe, they know it's not their fault. And what we need to do as a medical profession is provide compassionate care.
Exactly.
Compassionate care. And that's what you deserve. So I'm really sorry. That's what you deserve.
But okay, I'm really serious, because you all have known about this now for over a decade, that obesity is a disease, is classified as a disease. I mean, how come all the doctors don't recognize it as a disease and treat it as such, and therefore offer compassionate care in that way?
I mean, I could not agree with you more. I've been doing this for more than a decade.
Yeah.
So again, I think we're hard to change, and this conversation is part of that. And that's why I'm so grateful that you're doing this.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so grateful that you're doing this. And again,
I think
OAC
the doctors are actually
working
the most
on this.
judgmental.
Yeah,
I think that
I
they're
agree.
the most judgmental.
I agree.
remember I had a thyroid issue, and I went to the doctor, and he said, "Young lady, you're just going to have to embrace hunger." And I did like the young lady part.
I hope that wasn't an endocrinologist. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you're just going to have to embrace hunger. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I became a doctor because I love my patients. I love what I do. I love what I do. And the first time that I helped someone who came to me, who wanted to treat their obesity, who wanted to lose weight and become healthier, the first time I did that, I was like, I'm never doing anything else ever again.
Wow.
This is it.
And so why is it that so many people have said that it quiets the drugs quiet the food noise, that for the first time in their lives they're no longer thinking about what I ate, what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat tomorrow, and Thanksgiving's coming, what I'm going to eat?
Yes.
Yeah.
That food noise is biology. That is what our body is saying. Our brain is like, eat more. You need to store more energy, Oprah. You need to store more energy.
And why is my body telling me I need to store more energy and her body isn't?
Because you're going to survive in a famine.
Okay.
Because, no, I mean, honestly, we're all different. There are different types of obesity. There's not one type of obesity. There's different types of obesity. And food noise is a manifestation of our bodies wanting to store more energy.
Some people have food noise to a greater degree than other people have food noise.
Yes.
And what I realize is that a lot of people who don't carry obesity, is it you carry it or you have it or you...
You have obesity. I say carry carry weight or carry energy because, again, I want to hear what language my patients are comfortable with.
I like it as extra energy. I do like that
it is
idea.
extra energy.
So the people who are not carrying the extra energy don't have the noise as much as the people who do.
Yeah. And here's the thing. We can never make any assumptions when we see someone. We cannot. There's no assumptions. We don't know what story they had. We don't know if they actually carried extra energy or they had obesity that was then treated, right? We do not know. So somebody could come to me and weigh, let's say, I don't know, 250 pounds. I'm making a number up. And let's say they weighed 350 pounds before. Guess what?
What?
That person now probably has food noise. Their body is like, no, you're starving. Get back up to 350 pounds.
Yeah.
So we can never make assumptions when we see someone in terms of what they experience, what their story is. We can't.
Because just because it worked for you doesn't mean it's going to work for somebody else, because everybody is different.
And that's why healthcare professionals, doctors, we need to listen to our patients. We need to sit back and we need to listen and we need to hear what you're telling us. And that's how we can help you.
Can I, on that point, I do want to mention because, and my brother is a doctor. And throughout his entire tenure of medical school, he had one nutrition class. And so when we talk about an obesogenic environment, we should also talk about the system. The system right now for educating doctors, they aren't getting that education. You have a specialization that allows you to, that has given you the education to provide compassionate care. That's why it's really important that with Weight Watchers, we're training the doctors, the clinicians to provide compassionate care, to understand how to treat weight management, to advise on nutrition. I think that's incredibly important. And the other part of the system that is failing us right now is that we wait. The system waits until we have an acute problem to treat us.
So true.
And these are chronic conditions that build over time. And it's because nobody in the system wants to hold the bag to pay for the benefit that we all deserve. And this is about health equity. When we talk about body autonomy, when we talk about advocacy, it's about respecting people in bigger bodies to make that choice and to have it covered.
And I absolutely agree. And I think anyone who's seeking treatment should have access to that treatment.
You are a good doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
I know, you know,
much.
you remember Babe the pig that would say, "Can you be my mom?" I'm like, "Can you be my doctor?"
I can absolutely talk.
So good, so informative. Thank you, Dr. Ania. Thank you so much.